Well, to our interactive segment now, as I had mentioned earlier, is that tomorrow is World Rangers Day, a day just to remember the hard work that rangers, both in conservation of plants and animals, are really doing Kenya and the world a great favor by making sure that we have conserved our environment and we have also conserved our wildlife. And joining me on set, because of the interest of time, allow me to just delve right in. Edward Ndiritu, head of anti-poaching unit at Lewa Wildlife Conservancy, and he's also a member of Game Rangers Association of Africa Leadership Council. Karibu sana.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. We have seen a lot of conservation efforts, and when it comes to animals, and we have seen poaching as well, and especially when it comes to rhinos and you know, some of the animals that you find these products are ending up in the Asian market. So, with honesty, poaching has evolved. And how have you also evolved as a conservation body that ensures that animals are conserved, and especially our rhinos?
Thank you very much. I'll start by saying, you know, as you said, tomorrow is World Ranger Day.
Yes.
You know, rangers are the people who are in the front line to protect nature. Mm-hmm. And as you ask the question, you know, animals that we protect because of nature. Mm-hmm. And, you know, we, the rangers, we know very well that we are the people who are standing in between mm-hmm. the people or the community mm-hmm. and protecting the wildlife. Mm-hmm. So as rangers, we work day and night, and you know, for a ranger, you don't have hours because, you know, even wildlife do not have Christmas, New Year's, or they don't have Sundays, or they don't close, or they don't have hours. Mm-hmm. So the work of a ranger is to make sure that the wildlife is safe, and also the work of the ranger is to make sure that the nature is conserved because of the future generations. Mm-hmm. And we know very well that we are doing that to protect the wildlife that cannot protect themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how have your efforts now evolved? Because even poachers have also evolved. Technology is also there as well.
I have been a ranger for the past 28 years, and through that time I have learned a lot, and I have seen many things changing. Because in the past, how the poachers were reacting is different from what they are doing today. Mm-hmm. And by doing that, you know, we, the rangers, and also the people who are in the conservation, we have to change our tactics, we have to invest, we have to improve our operations, we have to invest in technologies. I'll give a very good example in Lewa. Mm-hmm. Because, you know, in the past, how the poachers were poaching in the past, mm-hmm. there were people who were just walking in, spending the night maybe in the park, poach, go on foot, and nowadays, you know, you have means of transport. Mm-hmm. We have borders, we have vehicles, it's very easy to access, we have roads. You know, everything has a challenge. Mm-hmm. You know, by having proper roads, it's another challenge. So even as we have invested in technologies, we have invested in equipment. Mm-hmm. Like an example, we ourselves in Lewa now, we have drones that can fly even at night, because, you know, even the poachers take advantage to come and poach at night when the moon is bright. Mm-hmm. So we have to invest also in drones that have a capability of night visions and thermal images. We have also invested in thermal images. We also have invested in a helicopter that can fly at night, because 90% of rhino poaching, especially, you know, rhinos are the most endangered animal in the world. Mm-hmm. Happens when the moon is bright and is at night. So we have also invested in helicopter that can fly at night. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now, how important is the community? Because when you began, you did talk about how you're working together with communities. How important are the communities, and especially when it comes to conservancies?
You know, conservation is all about people, and without people or the community, you cannot win that war. You might be having well-trained rangers, well-equipped rangers, but without the community on your side, mm-hmm. you cannot be able to achieve your objective. Mm-hmm. Because, you know, the people who are involved in poaching is not just by people in the community. It's driven by people like a syndicate, people who are well organized and criminal activity. Mm-hmm. So the people who are out there, we are lucky here in Kenya, because I myself, as you said, you know, I'm in the Leadership Council of African Game Ranger Association. Mm-hmm. I interact with rangers from different countries. And here in Kenya, we have people who love wildlife, people who have the ownership of their wildlife, because people feel that when they lose an animal, it is theirs. So we ourselves in Lewa and also in Kenya, you have to work very close with the community, because they are the ears and eyes of protecting the wildlife. We normally say that community are the first line of defense. Yeah.
And how are you ensuring that we are reducing the cases of human-wildlife conflict? Because at the end of the day, you will find that when it comes to elephant, hippos, some people even want just to have them dead and eat them.
Yeah, that's true. You know, that's a big challenge we are having now, human-wildlife conflict. And for us to try and balance that, you know, thanks to the government, because, you know, there is compensation from the government. And also we ourselves in the private sector, people like Lewa and other conservancy, what we normally try to do our best is to educate people, to respond, and also to start projects that have a direct benefit to the community. Because, you know, when the community is out there, for example, a good example is in Lewa, because we have community projects like water project, education project. We have bursaries that we give to kids when they go to school. You have to show the community that they need to be part and parcel of protecting the wildlife. The human-wildlife conflict is a big challenge all over the world, but, you know, it is happening because, you know, in the past we did not have the population that we have now. People have interfered with their corridors, and it is very sensitive. And if you educate people, and also you have a group that can respond and protect those wildlife from getting to the people's farms or properties.
I want us to also look at the cross-border conservation efforts, because at the end of the day, if Kenya, we are conserving our wildlife and Tanzania are not, and we share part of the Mara and the Serengeti, then we will be doing, the work will be counterproductive. Next month, I think you have the African Rangers Congress right here in Nairobi. So what are some of the things that you could be talking about?
Yeah, you know, not next month, it will be in September, this year.
Yeah.
We are going to have Africa Ranger Congress, which is going to happen in Lewa. We are lucky it is happening in Lewa. It happens after every 3 years. And, you know, for every country to have this Congress happen to their country, it will take us like 30 or 40 years for it to come back to Kenya again. So it is happening in Lewa on 17th to 21st. And this is an avenue or a meeting that rangers do normally meet and share ideas, exchange their tactics, we learn from each other. We learn from other countries what they are doing. We have cases that maybe the challenges that we're having in Kenya, like what you are saying about the human-wildlife conflict. We talk to people from Namibia. What are they doing? We might get something to learn from them, because, you know, every day is a school day and you have to learn from each other. Rangers, we try our best to be connected, and rangers, I think, are the most connected people, because we have a network. Even through WhatsApp, I have people from South Africa, Namibia, from Malawi, from Uganda. Anytime we normally talk, and whenever they have a challenge, they talk to us. If we see whether we can, we have gone through that challenge, so that we exchange ideas. So in the Congress, it will be very interesting, because we are going to learn more from each other. Happening in Kenya.
All right, and we'll be keeping tabs to know exactly what has come out of that Congress. What is your message to your fellow rangers who risk life and limb to protect our nature, both animals and plants as well?
My message to all rangers in the world, not only in Kenya or Africa.
I'd like you to look at one of the cameras, the camera 5, yes.
Yeah, my message to all rangers all over the world, Africa and Kenya, is that continue doing what you do, because we know very well that you are in the front line, protecting the wildlife or the nature because of future generations, and also you are protecting wildlife that cannot protect themselves. But please know that there are people who are out there who care and know what you are doing. Thank you.
Let us look at the future outlook in the wake of technology. I know you're doing a fantastic job on the rhinos, and when it comes to conservation, I don't think Leo has lost even one rhino since you started conserving them, and the numbers are increasing. What is the future outlook, bearing in mind that we are also having challenges like the technology is coming in, which not only you guys are using, but the poachers are also using that technology?
To be honest, as you said, you know, even the poachers are using technology.
Yes.
Lewa, to correct your statement, we have also lost rhinos since we started our conservation.
Okay.
Yeah, rhinos
poachers.
Through poaching. And I remember very well in 2011, 2012, 2013, that's the time that we were losing rhinos all over the country and also all over Africa.
Yes.
The pike was very high. And thanks to government, because they came up with ideas, they came up with strategy, creating a team, training more rangers from Kenya Order Service, and also we ourselves, the private sectors like Lewa Order of Conservancy, we came up with new ideas because we came to realize that we were not well working with the community. So we got close to the community, and also we invested with the technology that I have just said. And also we came to realize that we were not doing enough for our rangers because, you know, the people who are in the front line, they need to be looked after. And when I mean looked after, is their welfare, because, you know, those guys are also parents, they are brothers and they are sisters of people, and you have to look after them, and you have to make sure that they are in an area where they are comfortable. And
you've mentioned you've mentioned you've lost some of the rhinos. How about from 2013? Because your conservation efforts just keep growing, especially for the rhinos.
You know, when the government came up with new ideas of working with the community and also building new teams and also working with all government agencies, because you know, this crime of poaching is not done by people who are only involved in wildlife crime. It's done by a syndicate, people who are involved in other crimes. That we woke up all over Africa, all over the world, and realized that this issue of poaching, we need to work as a team, working with other, like national police, all agencies that do security. Order service was really, we realized that by working as a team and also bringing the community. Yeah, if you bring the community and they see the ownership, they are the first line of defense. So we have worked very well. Last time we lost rhino in Lewa, it was 2020. Yeah.
All right. In 10 seconds, your final sentiments in regard especially to your fellow rangers, or even you can tell Kenyans why we really need to conserve not only our environment, but also where our animals are.
My message to all Kenyans and to the rangers, we need to continue doing what we do. I know very well that Kenyans are people who like and love wildlife. Let's keep it going. We don't want to be like other countries that I don't want to mention here, but we are doing very well. And rangers, continue doing what you do, and we are doing that because of the children and children of our children. Yeah.
I totally concur. It's indeed our future and that of our loved ones. So we have been speaking to Edward Ndiritu, who is the head of anti-poaching unit at the Lewa Wildlife Conservancy. Into perspective, transformative conservation and what exactly they are doing to ensure that we also wildlife. And remember, we are celebrating the World Rangers Day tomorrow worldwide, just to celebrate these guys and also look at the steps that we have in terms of conservation. Thank you so much for your time and for your insight.
And thank you very much, and thank you very much for being a good ambassador for wildlife.
Thank you so much.